What's up, taters? Right now is Monday, early in the morning, and I want to report on the little sneaky Senate bill that Chuck Schumer and the turtle, Mitch McConnell, passed through the Senate last night. And when I looked over the bill, I was like, oh my God, this is garbage. So what they're going to do is they're going to debate, discuss it, and then vote on it Wednesday, or have a round of voting on it Wednesday. And then I guess it's all good. They're going to pass it to the House. And I said, oh my God, hold on. Guys, do not get disappointed because, well, there's a happy ending. I hope there's a happy ending, but it looks like it's going to be a happy ending towards the end. Now, let's talk about the bill real quick because it is trash. Now, there's a really good article here from Breitbart News that actually goes into detail about what the bill is, what the bill isn't. You see right here, will the bill reduce the inflow of migrants? The answer is a little tiny bit, but it doesn't tell you what it's going to do with all the immigrants that are already inside the American interior. Then you have this, of course, this right here, but that's neither here nor there. You all know my concern is I don't want no more money going into the NAZIs over there in Ukraine. All right. That's what stop funding these wars. All right. So that was my thing. But anyway, we're going to go and look at this tweet here that goes into a little bit of the details about it. And then I'm going to give you guys the happy ending that you're looking for. Why did I say happy ending? I don't know. Anyway, so we have Greg Price. I think Greg Price is from NBC News, I think. So I could be wrong. I think he is. Hold on, let me see. Is he from there? No, he is not from there. I got the wrong person. Anyway, not only does this, he talks about the bill, as you can see right here, okay? He goes, not only does this bill codify 1.5 million illegal border crossers into law, but the border emergency that automatically gets implemented at 5,000 crossings per day in a week can be overturned by Joe Biden. And you know Poopy Pants Biden will overturn it. And in case 1.5 million illegals isn't enough, it also looks into green card giveaways through 2030. What? Hold on. This is not even all of it, okay? Hold on. This is the part that made me just go, what? Like this. Look at this. The wonderful bipartisan compromise cooked up by Mitch McConnell and James Lankford. Oh, I thought Chuck Schumer had something to do with this. I didn't know it was James. And that American will send $60 billion to Ukraine in exchange for the population in the size of Phoenix, Arizona, to cross into our country every single year. What? Anyway, so of course we got Miss Sinema, because it was Chuck and Sinema who had basically cooked up with this, and then of course Mitch McConnell was the one who came up with the idea of adding money for Ukraine, money for Israel, even money for Taiwan. It's like, I'm like, what? Why are we paying for all this with our tax money? But anyway, listen to this. Listen to the non-answers she gives, and then listen to the answers that she avoids, okay?
I want to underscore your fact check there, because the claim has been repeated, including by Donald Trump, that there would be a minimum of 5,000 people let in per day. And you just explained why that is not factually accurate.
It is factually accurate. What you talking about? Hold on. Look. What are you talking about? It's right there in the bill. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see? See, it's, you know what? These people lie so much. They go, you don't see that inside the bill. No, we're not going to let 5,000 people in every month. We've had people read the bill. And at first it was, you know what they was going to do at first? They was going to say, oh, we're not going to tell you what's in the bill until you pass it. Nah, they done fell for that banana in the tailpipe before. I don't think they're going to fall for that again.
But it has also been echoed by the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. I know you have said you have a line of communication open with him. He said on another network this morning, individual senators call, give me tips, and offered things that are going on in the room. But he says he was left out of this entire process. Has he assured you that he's going to put this bill on the floor?
You know, I don't know what Speaker Johnson will do when this bill gets out of the Senate. But what I do know is that for 5 months, my Republican colleagues have demanded, and I think rightfully so, that we address this border crisis as part of a national security plan.
Yeah, but not by adding more people in here. You're making it worse. And not only that, you're making it illegal. By the way, can I give a shout out to Governor Abbott and all the other red states who have sent National Guards? As I speak right now, Texas border is locked down. There are no illegals going in there. I'm going to talk about it more on my live stream. Right now, I'm doing it on Monday. I'm going to talk about it late tonight on Monday. So be sure to tune into that because you're going to really like the way Governor Abbott has locked it down. Now, are they coming through the border through Arizona and California? Sure, but not through the masses. I mean, it has reduced big time in the south border. So this bill is basically going to try to undo that and then some. Don't trust this heifer.
Package. I agree. The crisis on our border is a national security threat. And this week, the Senate will begin to take action on a large national security package that includes a realistic, pragmatic, and the strongest solution to our border crisis.
Lies! She's lying! The strongest? Listen. Say what you want about Trump, but building a wall, which the first day that Biden took office, he put a stop to it via executive order. Like, that's the strongest. And when they come in there, put them that bus back into Mexico and not have them stay here in America while they wait for their court date. They always take off those ankle bracelets and they don't even stay with the phone that you guys give them. What is she talking about? This is the most strongest one they've been giving us. More lies coming out of her mouth.
Lifetime. Now, as you know, Margaret,
no,
I was born and raised near the border here in Arizona. And so more than anyone, I know how important this is to securing our national security. So I feel confident that when our bill passes through the Senate and gets to the House, members of the House, including Speaker Johnson, will have had ample opportunity to read, understand the bill, and ask questions.
By the way, they did read through that bill.
Watch our debate in the Senate, and then they get to make a choice. Do you want to secure the border?
The bill does not secure the border, by the way.
Do you believe Mike Johnson can be persuaded? In other words, I hear you saying he hasn't told you no.
You know, I think everyone has an opportunity to be persuaded.
That's that non-answer. You know, everyone has their opportunity, but I believe with all my heart and fiber that he's going to do the right thing.
And by persuaded, Margaret, I simply mean read the legislation, understand how it works. These are powerful new tools that allow any administration, this one and future administrations, to actually gain control of the border. By changing the asylum system so that cartels can no longer exploit it, and by giving a powerful new tool to the government that requires them to shut down the border during times of high traffic.
They're going to try to allow 5,000 people to come in every day. And also, we are not deporting the 6 million that are here already? Or is it more? Somebody correct me in the comment section. Y'all love doing that.
When too many people are asking to come into the country to seek asylum, we are giving tools
They're
to
not asylum seekers. They are financial migrants, illegal immigrants who are trying to exploit our country financially.
Administration and future administrations to actually gain control of the border. This is an incredibly powerful tool. And I believe that when folks have the opportunity to read the legislation and hear from groups like Border Patrol agents, ICE agents throughout the country, they will see how important this tool is for our administration to have. The reality is, Margaret, that while the current administration does bear responsibility for mishandling the border, we have to give new legal tools to the administration and hold them accountable to implement them
By
in order
March?
to stop this crisis. I'm sorry?
What's the timeline? By March? Because Senator Graham said this isn't going to happen quickly.
Oh, she ain't lying. It's definitely not going to happen quickly. Spoiler alert. Wait until we get to the part where the Speaker of the House, Johnson, is. Wait until you see what he got to say about it. Okay.
You know, I don't control the timeline. That's a question for the leadership in the Senate. What I do have the ability to control is what I've done over the last 4 months, which is work in good faith with Senators Lankford and Senators Murphy to craft a real solution to the border. The first one in my lifetime.
This is not a real solution.
And
This
that's
is
what
a
I'll be
terrible
focusing
thing.
on, is making sure that colleagues in both the House and the Senate understand what this law will do and see the difference it will make for our border security.
It'll make a bad decision. It'll make a bad difference. Anyway, so when I realized what was inside the bill, how it's going to just make things worse. But I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just like, I don't want no more money going to Ukraine. I just don't. I don't want it. All right? I'm tired of us funding, and I'm so tired of Zelensky. I need more money. I need more weapons. I'm tired of it. Okay? So anyway, so I went over to House Speaker Mike Johnson's Twitter. And it was like, oh, happy days. Let me read to you that tweet. All right? He says, I've seen enough. The bill is even worse than we expected and won't come close to ending the border catastrophe the president has created. I told you it was worse. It's like, what do y'all think? We stupid? As the lead Democratic negotiator proclaimed, under this legislation, the border never closes. Nope. Every day they're letting thousands in. How is that keeping the border closed? And they're not asylum seekers. They're financial illegal immigrants. They wanted, see, senor, can I have some money from your taxpayers? Anyway, if this bill reaches the House, it will be dead on arrival. That's what I'm talking about right here, boy. I hope he is just not running off at the mouth. Because, see, let me tell you something about these people, the politicians, especially the ones on the right. They talk a big game, stick their chests out, beat on it, talking about, I'll never let this pass. Then all of a sudden they cuck when it's time to vote. So I hope Mike Johnson is telling the truth. Time will tell, but we shall see. But anyway, let's go to Byron. I'm sorry, for those of you who've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. You know the character that I'm imitating, okay? Byron Donald said, the Senate bill is awful, America. Read from pages 212 to 217, and you will see why. There have to be 41 Republican senators who will say no to this monstrosity. And then you have right here where it says, Speaker Johnson, this bill should never get a vote in the House. Well, you know the Democrats or the Democrats are going to vote for it. You know that's what they're going to do. But, yeah, this is hopeful that, and he also puts the two ridiculous things in here from the excerpts from page 212 to 217. So what they're going to do is it hasn't reached the House yet. Okay, so that's the thing. It's going to be in the Senate. They're going to be negotiating with it. Negotiating on it, voting on it. No, they're going to debate on the site, not to go negotiating. They're going to debate on it. They're going to deliberate on it. Then they're going to vote on it, have a vote on it on this Wednesday. It's going to pass. I don't think they're going to adjust anything. And so if it's dead on arrival when it gets to the House, then they're not even going to bring it up to the floor. So, and listen, they need to go ahead and shut the border down in Arizona and just stop illegals coming into the country. Okay. I mean, if y'all all want to clog up California, then be my guest. It's already blue. There's nothing you can do about it. But I mean, we do have some hopeful in Arizona. And let's not forget Carrie Lake is coming for Sinema's seat. And at this point, I hope she get it, especially with this type of bill that Sinema created with Chuck and Mitch and that James guy. So Langford, I mean, that's just ridiculous. But anyway, I hope that Johnson keeps his word and don't even put it on the floor. And if he does put it on the floor, which I hope he doesn't, that the Republicans, all of them, say no. We know probably the pirate, aka Crenshaw, is going to always buck against the system because that's what he is. He's really just a rhino. But as long as they got the majority of the Republicans to say no to this bill, it's going to be fine. Fingers crossed. And I will keep you guys up to date to let you know how things work out. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Also, don't forget to give this video a like. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, taters.